What's up, everybody? This is Jose with Oakland Latinos United, aka Oakland Latinos Unidos, on here with a new video for you guys to enjoy. Well, you can see this beautiful view of Oakland, the Fruit Belt District, the neighborhood where I'm from, Jose's Barrio, you feel me? Where I originated from, where my name and my game came from. But yeah, this video is basically on a topic I made on a live feed, and I just want to do a quick spiel about it. And that live feed I did like a month back. It was called Oakland, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And basically looking at Oakland from the top over here at the top of the Fruit Belt parking structure, not tunnel, but we could get a good view of what the city looks like. You know what I mean? As you can see, Oakland is a very beautiful city, like I tell people all the time. So we're gonna call it Oakland, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, what it means to be from Oakland. Why does Oakland have this unique history, and why does it have this stigma of being a rough place? And we'll talk about those things. So we're gonna start with the good. What is the good of being from Oakland? Well, being from Oakland has a long history. You know what I mean? Oakland has a history of political movements. It has a history of industrial movements. It has a history of a lot of different things. A lot of things that you probably didn't know came from Oakland, like businesses like Safeway, like Dryer's Ice Cream, Clorox, and various other businesses, Mother's Cookies, and so many that came out of Oakland. Also, Oakland used to be an industrial hub. They used to build cars here. Ford used to be out here. Not Ford. Chevy used to be out here. General Motors. Chrysler used to be out here at one point. They used to build trucks out here where Foothill Square is. It was called Fagioli Trucking Company, and you could look that up. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of history here. And besides that, there were a lot of political movements, like the Black Panthers. Oakland is the birthplace of the Black Panthers. Huey Newton, Bobby Seale. It was one of the biggest black political revolutionary movements of the 60s. Also, Oakland was the home of the Chicano movement right here in the Fruit Belt area where I stand. It was home to the Brown Berets, the Chicano Revolutionary Party, and various other organizations. The Native American movement happened here as well. And so much happened in Oakland. You know what I mean? So many beautiful things, positive things that happened in the past. You know, there's also a lot of artists who come out of Oakland. You know, Too Short, MC Hammer, you know what I mean? Seagram, Dangerous Dame, you know, Tony Tone, Digital Underground, Tupac even has roots here, and so many others. You feel me? I could go on day for day. There's even a lot of Raza artists who have come out of Oakland, like Peter Escovedo, you know what I mean? Sheila E., groups like Azteca, you know, rappers like MC Man, Devo, back in the days, the Brown Buffaloes. You got new guys like Baby Gas putting it out there for the town. So the Oakland has a lot of beautiful things. Besides that, Oakland has beautiful views. You know what I mean? Look at those mountainous views up there, man. Oakland has some beautiful killer views, some of the best views. Look at over there, downtown Oakland. You can see San Francisco over there. You know what I mean? Oakland has some killer views. Beautiful views, you know what I mean? And there's beautiful places like Lake Merritt, you know, the Grand Lake Theater area, downtown Oakland, Jack London Square, the Oakland Hills, the Oakland Zoo, and so many spots that you could go to Oakland that are not necessarily the ghetto or the hood. You know what I mean? And there are various other things about being from Oakland, you know what I mean, that are beautiful. A lot of culture, a lot of good food, a lot of history, like I said, and the list goes on, you know what I mean? And I myself am very proud to be from this town. I am proud to have roots from this city, you know what I mean? I would rather be from no place else but the town, you know what I mean? And I've been everywhere, no offense to anybody. I've been to a lot of cities. I've been to Sacramento, LA. I've been to San Francisco, across the bay. I've been to San Diego. I've been all over. I've even been to Chicago and Kansas City. And I still say I'm proud to be from the town, from East Oakland, you feel me? Because this is where I'm from. Well, let's talk about the bad. Remember, I said I was going to be the bad, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And the bad is that Oakland has bad politicians. The bad is Oakland has gotten expensive. The bad is Oakland has a messed up infrastructure. The bad is Oakland can't get it right a lot of times. You know what I mean? We lost 2 sports teams already, the Raiders and the Warriors. You know what I mean? And we might lose the A's, hopefully not. You know what I mean? Hopefully they don't go to Vegas. We have politicians that don't care about the city. They just care about lining their pockets or working with gentrifiers or developers. You know what I mean? We have a police force that doesn't care about, its citizens. You know what I mean? And you have various other things that are bad about this town. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of safety out here. People are always on the edge, and there's ghetto neighborhoods, neighborhoods that are not safe. They break into cars and a lot of different things that go on in Oakland that are not good. You know what I mean? And I could go on. And I'm going to leave it to the last one, the ugly. The ugly goes along with the bad. The ugly about Oakland is that Oakland is a city that's full of crime. Oakland is a city that a lot of people don't care about it. Oakland is a city that attracts a lot of degenerate behavior. You know what I mean? Oakland has a lot of ignorance in it, unfortunately, and that has to do with a lot of, colonialism, that has to do with 500 years of oppression, that has to do with a lot of things. You know what I mean? Oakland is also a city that has a lot of homelessness, has a lot of crime, a lot of drug dealers, a lot of gangs, you know what I mean? A lot of murders. Oakland also is a place where you could get robbed, your car can get broken into. Oakland's also, the ugly of Oakland is, there's people that just don't care, man, and they don't want change, and they don't want things to change. They want them to stay the same, unfortunately. You know what I mean? And, there's a lot of bad things. There's gentrification. It's gotten really expensive. People are being priced out, black and brown people, you feel me, and working class people. And, Oakland is a city like a lot of Bay Area cities where they're trying to make it for the yuppies, for the techies, for the people with money, but yet they want to say they're so liberal and so open-minded, but yet they're quick to kick out a black person or a brown person to give a yuppie or a techie a place to live. You know what I mean? So next time people tell you that they're so liberal, tell them, oh yeah, what are you doing to prevent poor people from getting pushed out of Oakland? You feel me? And there's just a lot of other things that are ugly about Oakland. You know what I mean? There's garbage everywhere in some places. There's homeless encampments everywhere. There's no one's doing anything to fix any of the problems. Like I said, crime, killings, murders. There's 130 murders this year. And it's just unfortunate because Oakland has a long history of violence and criminality and degeneracy. And, also you got to include human trafficking. Prostitution plays a part in a lot of this. And, pimps that are pimping out underage girls and just a lot of mess, man. And that's the ugly side of Oakland. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's good, there's bad, and there's ugly. There's a BART right there passing by. I would say the BART is a good thing because if you don't have a car, you can get anywhere in the Bay Area. But whether you love Oakland, whether you hate it, it really doesn't matter. Oakland is the city you love to hate. You know what I mean? And whether there's good, bad, or ugly, I still love this city. I'll still always represent this city. I still will always tell people that I'm originally from the town, from Oakland. I'll never forget where I originally came from, where I got my name and my game from. I always tell people Oakland is it's dangerous like a beautiful woman because you could fall in love with her. You could fall for her charm. You know what I mean? And she could be nice to you, but at the same time, she could be cunning and conniving and stick the knife in the back of you. And if you're a woman watching this, you could say the same thing. Oakland could be like a beautiful man who stabs you in the back. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm proud to be from Oakland. That's my old barrio over there by East 7th Street, by Jingletown. And yeah, man, I'll never forget this place. And as long as I'm alive, I'm going to keep doing Oakland Latinos United, putting it down for the town, putting it down for the Bay Area. You know what I mean? That Chicano, that raza, that Latino from the Bay Area. I'm going to keep on doing what I got to do. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this video. You know what I mean? It's just something, something personal I wanted to give some love back to the town, to the land, to the Oak Town, to Oakland. You feel me? Whatever you want to call it. I love this city, and Oakland Latinos United is a way of giving back to this city, at least, in some ways. And that's where I'm going to leave it. Y'all be safe out there and enjoy the beauty of Oakland. Stay away from the bad and stay away from the ugly and keep it safe and do something positive and keep uplifting the city and work to better the city, man. And that's all I have to say. Late.